All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ascendance of a Bookworm, Season 1, Episode 4, Winter.
Right.
And she's been doing great.
With a capital W, but also with a capital G.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing very good. Like, things have been really smooth. We've
Yep.
not had any complicated health issues or, survival, shelter issues or anything like that. So, all in all, we're just learning and acquiring skills.
Several new little, inventions and things that could really help this family out. Like, if suddenly they're able to, sell these, knickknacks and stuff that they knit together, and nobody knows how they make them.
Yep.
And you can make them decently quickly compared to, what people probably have to do.
Well, people do, do that kind of stuff here, but they don't necessarily do them with maybe the same, proficiency.
Yeah. So, awesome. Cool.
Awesome, yeah. And then also with winter being a good time to kind of stay in and stuff, I'd love to see her actually preparing the clay tablets over the fire. I don't know if she's going to be able to get it hot enough, though, in order to be able to do that. But I'm guessing they have a system in place in order to keep things safe so that we don't just burn down this house when they're very much in a tiered kind of
fires
living situation.
Are very specific.
And they probably have all the same flue system that's taking it all up to the very top or something like that.
Probably, yeah. But maybe, since clay tablets are probably a decent bit heavier than pancakes, maybe that's something else that you can get Dad to help you with.
True.
And he'll be all like, awesome, I can help my daughter.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
わあ、すごいごちそう。
これ全部マインが作ったのか。
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
今日は私が料理当番だから。さあ、冷めないうちに
No,
召し上がれ。
I love
No big
the
deal.
smug gremlin energy that she
Right.
kind of lets out every once in a while.
で何してるの？いいのいいの。いただきま
Made
す。
gravy or something.
She's checking to see if they...
このポメスープすっごく美味しいよ。ポメはパプリカっぽいトマトだ。
Okay.
ほらほんと。
So not spicy, okay.
So basically tomato soup.
アイは料理の才能もあるんじゃない？
将来は料理人なんていいんじゃないか。
だったら見習い先を探さないと。
No.
No.
I showed too much skill over here.
を作りたい。そのために森に行きたいの。
粘土板？
そう。それに文字を書いて本を作るの。
文字？
マイ、森に行くのは無理だよ。
Yeah, your body.
寝込まなくなったし。でも、みんなと同じように歩けないじゃない。
Yeah.
井戸まで行っても息切れしなくなったもん。
Oh,
なくなったらどうするの？
right.
みんなに迷惑かけるんだよ。それは。
I must recruit the boys.
どうすれば森に行っていい？
もっと体力をつけなさい。それまで森はお預けだ。
So is Dad gonna help her with
It's a very
that?
nebulous goal, but yeah. It is a goal. Build up your body physically.
本への思いばかりが募る。
Aw.
そんなある日のこと。私がオットーさんの助手。
Hey!
の多い書類仕事の助手をしてほしいと頼まれた。
There you go.
マインに仕事を手伝ってもらったことがあるらしい。助かったとオットーが言っていた。
Dang.
ワインが？
ただ、洗礼前の子供に仕事を
We only employ children when they're 7 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
ああ、兵士見習いに字を教えるついでに、
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
モンでオットーに字を教えてもらうといい。
He's like, I'm a cool dad.
が弱い。だが、頭がいいとオットーは言っていた。大書やなんかが向いてるってな。
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
And a scribe could then write.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yes, which means you get access to paper.
Uh-huh.
体への負担も少ない。
Yeah, you get to sit down all the time.
オットーは兵士になる前は旅商人だった。
Oh.
商人とのつながりが今もある。
That's how we're gonna meet a merchant.
Okay. All right.
マインには向かないからな。
Oh.
オットーとのつながりは大事にしろよ。
Dad's character development. Let's
Yeah.
go.
悪い時は休み。予算的にこれ以上お得な助手はいないとオットーが力説していたな。子供相手にせく。しばらく門に通ってみんなに遅れずに歩けるようになったら森に行ってもいい。
Oh,
Cool. Okay.
There's a very specific goal.
頑張るよ。
Good practice.
All right.
just walking with Dad. Yeah.
マイ、無理せずゆっくりでいいぞ。
I know you're eager, but we need to make this sustainable here.
Right.
Yeah, and of course,
結
I'll
局
make it.
途中から父さんに抱っこされて、私は
Just make your way that little bit farther.
一緒に勉強することになった班長の娘のマインちゃんだ。余計なちょっかいを出さないように。
Yeah, yeah.
よし、じゃあ始めよう。
I love those transitions. Right, also the mechanics for them of just actually holding it are probably a little bit
Sure.
awkward too.
Yeah.
They're gonna look at her fingers and copy them. Yeah, yeah.
マインちゃんは本当に字を覚えるのが早いな。
私は体を動かすよりこういうのが好き。
Yeah, yeah, that's why, yeah.
終わりにした方がいいですよ。
もう
ほら、みんなもぞもぞし始めてるでしょ。集中力が切れてる証拠です。
Yep, classic. They're still kids, you know.
いいですよ。
いや、でも。
文字の勉強はここまで。
Wait, who's the teacher? He's like, wait, what?
今日の勉強はここまで。
Oh
次
my
回まで
god.
に今日習った文字
She's gonna teach them.
覚えるまで帰れないからね。
Oh my god. That is
Incredible.
too funny.
してこなかったら覚えるまで帰れないんだから。
そうだけど。
お父さん、
Yep. We're different, yeah.
ああ、次はマインちゃんの勉強だ。実践を兼ねて文字を覚
Oh my gosh.
All right. Getting to work with paper.
Ah!
Yeah.
森に行っていたトゥーリたちと合流して一緒に。
That's more walking. That's good.
ただ自分の名前くらいしか書けないけどね。
マインすげえ、自分の名前がかっ
Oh.
世界では字が書けるだけですごいことなんだ。そりゃオットーさんが私を助手にしたがるはずだよ。
Yeah, he's monopolizing you.
Right.
ちゃんとトゥーリにマインを頼むって言われたんだ。俺がちゃんと家まで送って行ってやるよ。
ありがとう。
That's
She
how
didn't
far
even
they've
get
gone,
that far. Yeah.
俺が付き添ってやるから。
ルッツ。
頑張れマイン。
Yeah.
こうして門通いが始まった。
Okay. And the last of the snow is melting away.
3日休んでいたのが
But slowly but surely.
入って1日休みになり、
Whoa.
Cool.
She's almost entirely like recovered then.
5日続けて門に行けたよ。父さん、森に行ってもいい？
Yeah.
Cool.
マインたら大喜び。だってすっごく頑張ったもん。
Mm-hmm.
So-
Forest time. Oh.
森、行き
Oh, just
寝ないと治る。
yeah. You just pushed yourself a lot this week, and it just
Yep.
your body kind of pushed it to the side until.
昔々、
あ
あるところに星の子供たちがいます。
Oh yeah.
マインになったばかりの頃に母さんがしてくれた話だ。
Oh.
になったのは春の終わり。門に通い始めて3ヶ月が過ぎた頃だった。
I'll do anything to become a librarian.
やっと来れたよ。これでやっと
Mesopotamia.
森に来て何もせずに帰れようか。出てこい、粘土質の土。
Yeah.
諦めるもんか。
You want to find water. This is not a good place to go. You have to go by like a lake or something.
忘れたのか、おじさんと
Yeah,
約
that's
束。
right.
今日は森へ行って帰ってく
Just that.
るは森で休憩してみんなと帰ることを目標にするんだ。わかったか？
はい、今日は森へ行って休憩して。
Repeated exactly what he said.
But I choose to ignore it.
できたってことは最初から約束守る気なかったな。
その
Ah.
森に来られたから我慢できなくてつい
つい
Ah.
感覚的に。
It was premeditated.
ってことだな。ギュンターおじさんはお前の体を心配して言ってんだぞ。
Oh.
Yeah.
Call him Uncle Gunther too.
それで 何がしたいんだ？
Yeah, I can help.
土質の土が欲しいと言ったら、ルッツは草や木が少ない水はけの悪い場所に。
Uh-huh. Here we go.
木を作ってくれただろ。あの時俺マインのこと手伝うって決めたから。
それだけ？
ああ、次は俺が手伝
I mean, yeah, and also,
Yeah.
you know.
いのかちゃんと言え。俺のことを信じろ。
ありがとう。
ほら、マインが欲しいのってこれか？
They got the sticky, clumpy. Yep, yep.
ルッツ、私だったらきっと何日もかかったよ。
Yeah, just to find it too.
見てて。
これって文字か？
And then I'm gonna harden it.
こんな文字が延々と綴られたものが本。
Yeah.
本。
本があれば昔の人が考えたことや遠く離れた世界のこと。
Yep.
It's wild to think how many books we have right now that are of people thousands and thousands of years ago.
Oh, sure.
But still, how like
Yeah.
small of a span of human existence that is.
できた。メソポタミア文明万歳。
Banzai!
Now you still need to fire these.
Oh, you're just leaving them out in the sun? That's gonna take a long time.
マイン。
私の粘土板。フェイたちが。
それ大事なものだったのか？
Oh shit, she's tapping into magic?
Oh shit!
おい、こいつなんか変だよ。
Oh!
ここまで来るのにどれだけ苦労したと思ってるの。門に通ってルッツとトゥーリに助けてもらって
Oh my gosh.
Well, okay.
絶対に許さない。
落ち着けマイン。
フェイたちだって悪気があったわけじゃないんだからね。
Oh.
みんなで掘ろう。それで作り直そう。
Alright.
明日続きをやって完成させようぜ。
This could be our little project.
Yeah.
ところが私はまた熱を出して寝込み、
Of course, yeah.
でも数日間降り続いた。
Yeah, and then it ruined them. Yeah.
これは雨の
no, 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 we get it. We get
Yeah.
it. It's just frustrating. Yeah.
泣いてる暇があったらもう一度作り直そうぜ。
All right. Slowly but surely.
マイン、これがお前のやりたいことなのか？
本当にしたいのは本に囲まれて暮らすことだけどね。
これに囲まれてく
Like everywhere?
いや、本物の本は高くて買えないから、これは本の代わり。ルッツは何がしたいの？
俺？
そう、ルッツもあるんでしょ
What's your dream?
やりたいこと。
I'm like 6 years old, you know?
Yeah.
商人になって自分の目でいろいろ見てみたいんだ。
旅もいい
The
よね。
merchant that she meets.
Oh.
Lutz is gonna grow up to be a merchant that they'll work
Oh,
together with.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, and they'll make a promise together here.
図書館を巡るのが夢だったんだよ。
図書館？
And books are kind of a way to travel to different places.
もう叶わない夢だけど、
I'll take you there.
あれば大丈夫。
Yep.
私はやっとこの世界で自分が生きる。
I can do this here. Yep. Not gonna give up.
マイ、何が書いてあるの？これは
はは
星の子供たちのお話。
Oh!
最初の夜に母さんが話してくれたやつ。最初の
First night? Yeah, yeah.
私が覚えてる最初の話。マインになったことを受け入れられなかった私には母さんの愛情が
Oh,
苦しかった。
Yeah, I can see that.
それなのに本を作ろうと決めた時に真っ先に浮かんだのはこの話だった。
Right, that's grounding you in this world by not taking a story from the previous
Right.
world. And
話を忘れないように全部本にして残したいの。
is this the children's book that she ends up making?
Oh, maybe.
マインになってから 私は初めて自然に笑えた気がした。
Okay.
あとは焼いてか。
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But how do I do that?
Too much.
Yep. Well,
マイン
you just made a mess. Yep.
All right, so, you know, first trial,
Yeah.
moderately successful.
Right. You were able
Some
to write it
fine-tuning
because you
required.
acquired plenty of clay.
Yep.
You're not you're not gonna have any trouble gaining more. You
Right,
know?
and you were able to transport it back to the house without
Probably with the help
like,
of the boys.
Yeah,
You know, probably with the help
I
of
would have
Lucy's
expected it to be something where she would have taken the clay back to the house entirely and then done it there.
Right, I think the issue is that it's still too wet to actually move, so it has to dry outside enough amount of times to even be able to move it.
Ah, sure. Awesome.
Okay, we got our clay tablets.
Yep.
Now we're gonna go bring them home and figure out the temperature and time and all that needed to
Right.
make them, not so hot that they crack and explode.
You might have to figure out how to develop a thermometer,
or have a more manageable fire where you can control the temperature that isn't at home but it's somewhere else that
Right.
other people will let you have access to. I could see you making friends with a blacksmith through Otto's connection.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
even then it's gonna be tricky.
it'll be tough.
So
yeah.
at the very least though, you chose your first story and you put it all to writing,
Yep.
basically.
Awesome.
So at the very least, success.
Yep.
Moving it and getting it access to wherever you need it, though, that's a whole other story.
Exactly, making
Pun
it
intended.
be in a permanent, state that will last. Well, we'll work on that.
Oh, we'll
But-
get there eventually.
Yeah, but you
and
got
then
your
there's the
first
storage
goal.
issue and all that stuff as well.
Right.
But
we
hey,
also had something happen.
Right.
with- and I love the way it was brought up because I was just thinking it's like, oh yeah, they just jump on it because whatever, and then it's like, okay, character moment. You have to
Yeah.
deal with all this, right?
yeah, kids are kids, so they're gonna have moments where they do something that's not really thinking about others.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the idea that this got her so frustrated because it was I worked so hard to get here. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not just a kid, I'm also this adult that was, reincarnated
Right.
here. And I'm trying so hard
Oh,
to
yeah, how dare
make this
you.
world work. Well,
Yep.
just the idea that, if I don't have books in this world,
Oh yeah,
this
that's
is,
everything. To
This
me.
is horrible. I can't even live like this.
Yeah.
So being willing to then put all that effort in to get to that point,
Yep.
and then to have just some kids go and just step all over it,
Yep.
and make you lose your
yeah.
your shit.
Yep. And then, so turns out you might have some. This is where we're bringing in the whole magic thing.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I like that none of them really understood what was going on.
No, they were just like,
And-
what's happening?
Yeah, like they got scared, but also nothing big enough that would like no consequences of this.
No,
right?
nothing.
She didn't end up injuring the kid or something like that,
No.
right? It's so this is just something for the audience and for, maybe the characters, but like it doesn't have to affect the plot in any way right now.
No. If anything,
So-
most of them might not have been able to even notice the thing that was going on
Yeah,
with her.
yeah,
because there's a
exactly.
possibility that they could more maybe feel it or maybe
Mm-hmm.
just see it barely with the sunlight a specific way or something. Or maybe even just the other thing of, nobody can see magic if you don't have the ability to see magic.
Sure.
That's just only magic users can see it or something.
Or just magic is so rare that nobody would know
Mm-hmm.
really what it is because,
She glowed yellow, but that's just because she's really angry. That's it was weird.
yeah,
but
yeah, trick of the
whatever.
light,
Yeah.
could have been anything, right?
Yeah, they're kids.
The sun was bright that day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So cool.
She didn't notice it either as well, which is also a very fun thing. In that mine is not aware that this is a world of magic and thus does not have any frame of reference for whatever she felt there at a
Sure.
time.
Yep.
So that's something that's getting, pushed down the road for later. But it's fun because it was set up here, even though we had magic established in the very beginning of the show, having it be her first kind of X-Men awakening moment, basically. But it's not something like an X-Men moment where she harms a kid or she's like,
Right.
what is his power? I'm so scared. It's
Yeah,
just,
it's just
no.
a thing happens and it's done.
Yep.
There you go. Moving on, because she's embarking on a very long journey.
Right.
Right. And so that
Months pass in an episode. Yep.
Exactly.
Easily.
That is something that's a big deal, but it's not going to sidetrack her right now.
Nope.
That's just for us. But cool. I also liked how the kid ended up helping her out, but then also like being like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you got here and now you're intentionally like doing the thing that you were told not to do." Like was you were you lying to your dad?
Yeah.
No, okay, I guess
It was
I was.
premeditated. Prima whatever, but
Right, exactly. Like, don't do that.
Don't do
because
that.
he's also been, there
Tasked.
to watch you,
yeah.
tasked to, to protect you and all that stuff. But then also been there as you've been struggling with all these things.
Right.
So, accept your limitations, right?
Right.
Like, yes, your whole struggle here is in spite of the limitations that the world is presenting to you. But, you got to the woods. Great. No rush.
Right. No rush. I think that's probably the big thing that this show also just has as a general theme and stuff, is that it's a very slice of life kind of show.
Yeah.
Even though we're actually moving so quickly through her life, is that you're a kid. There's no rush.
Right.
You get a whole nother life to live. So it's going to be
You're
okay.
starting over from as close to the beginning as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's going to lead to some really precious moments if you're not trying to just rush through it all and stuff.
Right. Well, at the same time, it's funny because normally I would think of the actual kids as being the ones that would be trying to rush through everything, because when you're 5 or 6, an hour is
A lifetime.
forever.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's
It's true.
the percentage of your life that you're talking about. It's astronomical.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Right? It's certainly conscious life. So, and yet because she's reincarnated, right? It's the no, I have knowledge of all of these other things, so that isn't
Right.
that isn't actually the issue.
So I'm able to basically take over and teach for Otto and be like, no.
Don't compare them to me.
Don't compare them to me. And also,
yeah.
we need to switch to something because clearly they're getting a bit fidgety. They're
yeah,
young boys.
they're
and
not
stuff.
able to focus at this point.
Right,
So we'll
totally.
switch to the numbers.
Yeah, and he's just like, well,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
And
okay,
yeah.
we'll go with your teaching style for a while and see how that
Yep.
works.
And the idea that it's like, but children aren't allowed to work until they're baptized because we have labor laws. You have to be at
Yeah.
least 7 years old.
At least 7. God, can you imagine
Ugh.
a 6-year-old working alongside an 8-year-old?
Yeah.
That's incredible. What is this world coming to?
Right.
We're civilized, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly. And 7? All right, apprentice, you are working from here on out.
Here on out.
Yep.
I actually think in a lot of ways in a society like this, it makes absolute sense that you would start
totally.
apprenticing at that time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we're also comparing these kids to mine and what an apprentice actually would be doing.
Right.
It's more all right, you're going to shadow me for the next 5 years of your life.
Yeah, and
as
like-
you learn to actually become somewhat proficient.
Right.
You're not going to become proficient in a week like mine is or something,
Yeah,
you know?
and a lot of it's probably just going to be cleaning things and getting things for them,
That's what I mean, shadowing.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not actually like doing much more than watching and looking and being in the environment so that they absorb things by the natural,
Yep.
childlike curiosity, pattern matching, observation, and all that.
Exactly.
So, very, very fun stuff. And yeah, I would like to see her apprentice in a way with a scribe kind of focus.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really
That
cool.
would be perfect. But also the idea that Otto being the connection point to that is going to shift things up a bit because he's kind of monopolized her skills for his work and
Oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
But I don't know if he's actually learning anything here, If he's
Oh, sure,
if he's more
like-
just being like, I'm just so impressed, but
Yeah, it's the he's getting a great deal here. And
Yes.
It's like cool. But he's not necessarily thinking big picture.
No, he's not.
Like because of course he doesn't know it's actually the situation, just this kid is good at calculations and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's
something where he might not be aware of what he's going to be missing once she goes on to the scribe side
Right.
of things. So he might not think, I need to pick up everything I can from her.
Right, because
while she's
also
here.
this is at a time where, the kids might be able to be like, oh wow, you can write your name. That's really impressive. Intellectual pursuits were not necessarily considered to be,
as
important,
for
right? So it's
for the
that's
common folk. Yeah.
that's a thing you can do. Neat. That's really cool and different. But but still, this other shit is what's really important.
Right,
you know, right?
You want to make sure you have enough food, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
but
yeah, very very fun setup here. Also, the bit about Lutz's dream of being a merchant is really fun because we have Otto, who was once a merchant, who could then teach Lutz the stuff of then how to become a merchant, which then gets, since we got the little bonus bit at the end of a previous episode a while back about, oh, that's how you get connected with the merch, and then it's like, no, spoilers.
Yeah, so it's like,
there's some
things
fun
that
things
we're
about as we see these kids grow up, things that they can learn and also then help each other with, especially given that Lutz, clearly has a little bit of a thing for mine.
Yeah, it's going to be the whole
thing for Lutz.
It's going to be the whole childhood friend crush thing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I do like how the show is kind of giving us that like meta knowledge stuff.
Right.
Because it's a very relaxed pace for things.
And also a future story.
Right.
A story told about from the past.
And to work towards and all that stuff.
Right.
So like, oh, the dude that's with, Mine in the future, he's a high priest of some kind. Oh, okay, cool. So that's, maybe that's also where the connection to the magic comes in, of that being something that that's the church's purview or something.
Sure.
And so, we can look forward to that being something that maybe comes into play down the road, but not yet.
Yeah, we are very soft with the world building right now, but there was a lot actually in this episode that sets up a lot of future world building potential. And that's something I want to point out, because in a show like this where you get effectively isekai with such a limited perspective for the main character, meaning they can't absorb that much about how this world works.
Like this episode was about her expanding her physical world of being able to walk to the forest.
Yeah, right. Which is huge, because now we can learn a lot more about how this world works, not just in where mine can actually go, but in terms of what things she's going to actually bump into in this world.
Yep.
Magic being just one of them casually.
Yep.
Which is nuts. And I would very much love the confirmation that the fevers and stuff might have been because of that. I think it doesn't have to be, and I think in some ways this is more just a theory.
Yeah, she's it's the balancing out of the awesome, skills that she has is that her physical body is very weak, and so, she exerts herself, she gets sick.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.